What? We're upside down. The helicopter is upside down. Okay, let me get my... Okay. What the... Alright. What? Oh. Come on, man. Cool. Stop with the camps, dude. The angles are so bad. What? No! Alright, so he's... Okay. Look at this shit. No way to play strategically. That's what I'm getting killed by? Cool. Dude, that TTK is insane. I'm sorry, Activision, but you're gonna have to do some weapon balancing. Oh no! Oh no! It crashed. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think we had a server crash or a game crash. Let's give it a sec. Okay. Holy. It's like everything that I thought could go wrong with this has gone wrong with it. So I've been pretty excited about this ground war game mode for a long time now. Modern Warfare, creating a game mode to compete directly with Battlefield, sounds pretty darn exciting. I'd love to see another AAA Studios take on a large format conquest style game mode. Unfortunately, what I'm playing here is not a competitor for Battlefield. I was hoping it would be, even if it had some weird nuanced differences to it. I was excited about some sort of different take on the Battlefield formula. Unfortunately, this different take is, in my opinion, not even close to a competitor to any Battlefield game. Ground War makes Battlefield 5 look like a masterpiece. A Reddit comment summed up my thoughts quite succinctly. Ground War feels like a dollar store version of Battlefield 4. Completely unrefined, poorly balanced, gimmicky, mechanics not functioning as intended, no semblance of teamwork whatsoever. It's not going to be a good game mode, in my opinion. Now, I've seen some people out there already saying that they enjoy the mode. This, again, is my opinion as a Battlefield player who enjoys specific things about the Battlefield franchise. Those things that I enjoy are not at all represented in Ground War. Ground War feels just like an extension of the standard Call of Duty formula, but in a larger format. And because of the larger format, kill streaks are popping off non-stop. If you go outside on this map, you will get hit by one of these missile strikes, or a helicopter, or a Harrier jet strike, or one of the other plethoras of airborne ways to kill you if you go outside. So a lot of people stay inside, which is not really that much more fun. The interior of buildings are very chaotic, very dark, visibility's tough. The spawning in this makes Battlefield spawn systems look genius. The spawning in this game is people spawning in front of you, behind you, all around you. You're spawning, killing people instantly. It is pure chaos. There's no semblance of front lines or enemies pushing from one direction or another. They're just everywhere all the time. UAVs are popping off nonstop, making it mandatory that you run with the ghost perk so that you don't show up on the radar. Vehicles are very arcadey. There doesn't appear to be a first-person pilot or control scheme for aircraft or tanks themselves. The targeting reticle on the tank seems to be off. I noticed I had to aim below my target a lot of the time. The tanks can instantly splash damage, kill enemies without even shooting near them. Cruise missiles can blow up tanks without even having to hit them or hit near them. Already, the meta of tanks sitting on top of cliffs and just sniping people across the map and racking up tons of kills on the scoreboard has established itself pretty dominantly. Tank turrets cannot be aimed up any higher, even if you park your tank on an incline to try and get a steeper angle. So there's some very arcade-like physics behind it. Shooting into windows can easily just splash damage a whole group of people inside of a building with little to no skill required. Kill streaks, as I said before, are very prevalent, going off left, right, and center, but they're also a snowball effect. This happens in the normal Call of Duty game mode, but it happens so much worse in Ground War because it's 32v32. Once a team starts doing well and an enemy team can't establish any sort of good momentum going forward, the other team is just going to start racking up those kills, getting more and more and more kill streaks, establishing their permanent dominance, and the other team's just going to be getting smacked by kill streaks non-stop all game. This was a huge concern going into Ground War. The fact that they implemented kill streaks in this game mode kind of blows my mind. Hopefully they can pull back on that and maybe try and salvage what they have of this mode. It's very much the rich get richer type of balancing mechanic, which almost ensures that a team that starts to win will get more and more opportunities to solidify their win, rather than creating fun, close matches. Now, I'm not saying that the Battlefield franchise does an excellent job of team balance, as they don't. It's still one of the top issues in that game, but they at least don't have these insane snowball mechanics. Even calling in V1 missile strikes isn't necessarily going to be a massive advantage at the end of the day, where in Call of Duty, every single player gets kill streaks. It's like if every single player in Battlefield was able to unlock a V1 strike, that's what you would be seeing all the time. The weapon balance does not work at all for long-range combat. Like, an assault rifle is just as good as a sniper rifle in 99% of all situations. The TTK is insanely fast. The one-shots from bolt actions or the quick burst down from any sort of assault rifle doesn't give you enough time to react. It makes crossing any sort of open field even more dangerous, as if the kill streaks and tank sniping wasn't bad enough. There is a lot of cover elements on the map, but that in a way almost makes it worse because they've created almost unlimited angles. Entering a building is insane because the complexity of the interiors and the intensity of the angles is just something that makes it impossible to play strategically. And pushing up in the exterior of the map is insane as well, because there's so many little things to hide behind that you're just like, well, there's 30 angles I gotta check off before I can cross this road. There's no way for me to do this. There's no way for me to move up more strategically. I just gotta run and hope that nobody's watching or is gonna peek out. And it just feels, in a sense, kind of hopeless. You just have to hope that you see the enemy before they see you, or if they see you first, that they're a terrible shot. That's about as strategically as you can play this game mode. It's also resulted in people playing the extremities of the map far less, because trying to cross open ground in this game is so stinking dangerous, whether it's from kill streaks or from snipers or just from the unlimited angles. Most people are going to be playing on the interior of the map and not really leaving that. So even though it's this big, open, lush looking map, a lot of the combat's going to happen indoors for a lot of the players, or shooting from windows into the outdoors, dark windows where you can't see the enemy. Now, squad spawning is a thing in this game, so you can spawn on squadmates. You can also spawn on APCs and stuff like that around the map, but it doesn't really have the same sort of semblance of teamwork that you might expect from a Battlefield game. Everybody can self-heal. You can all run with your own ammo boxes. You can't revive teammates. So aside from spawning, there isn't really much other reason to be in a squad. Also, running together with other players, as much as it might seem like you're working together strategically, well, it just makes you a bigger target for kill streaks. I've seen some of those missiles come down and kill 5 people at a time. So clumping up and moving together is actually a terrible strategy for most of the game. Now, we have seen other maps in the works for this mode. In fact, I thought we were going to see the city map that was previously demoed, but we got this one. The different maps could change up the gameplay somewhat significantly, except that it's not going to fix the kill streak problem. It's not going to fix the weapon balance problem. It's not going to fix all the other problems I just mentioned. Call of Duty, Activision, they have a lot of work to do if they want to refine this mode and turn it into something good. Otherwise, it's just going to be sort of this gimmicky thing of, hey, you want to play Call of Duty in a larger format? There you go. I think this game mode is going to potentially appeal to Call of Duty players who have wanted a larger format mode and are fine with the insanely chaotic, gimmicky nature of Call of Duty. But as a Battlefield player looking at this game mode, it has little to no appeal to me. Now, I wish I had better news. I honestly do, because you guys probably know how I feel about Battlefield 5. I've been pretty underwhelmed with the performance by the developers on the game. So I was excited about anything that could give me some sort of alternative to Battlefield to play. I was really hopeful for this mode. I was excited. I thought it could be really well designed. It's not to say that it couldn't be remedied, but it's going so far in a specific direction already that I think changing it back into something that I might enjoy or that the general Battlefield fan base might enjoy more is probably not going to happen. I see it as very, very unlikely since so much would have to change. Anyway, that's my take on it. I'm not saying it's a terrible mode. It really depends on what you're into, but as a Battlefield player who really enjoys Battlefield games, this is not at all, not even close to a Battlefield replacement. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is Level Cap, signing off.